The eclipse happened before our eyes and hundreds gathered on Chamberlain to witness it. Then UTC Spring Research was presented by undergrad and graduate students across all areas of study. This and more, I'm Alondra Mejia Rendon, and your news starts now. Chamberlain Field was full of students and faculty who enjoyed the outdoors in anticipation for the last solar eclipse in decades. Several students were seen playing spike ball, volleyball, or just sitting and enjoying snacks. Many had their eclipse glasses on and periodically looked at the sun before its prime at 3:04 p.m. Cassandra Castillo has more.
As you can see, hundreds are gathered on Chamberlain Field to see the eclipse. Most have solar eclipse glasses.
Well, this morning it rained and it was really cloudy, so I'm really happy that the clouds went away and the sky opened up. Yeah, but it's almost at the full eclipse and it's really cool to see a lot of people out.
It is amazing being out here seeing all these students just come together for this event. It's really, really cool. It's really surreal because you don't ever get opportunities like this often, but it's just an amazing overall experience to see everybody here.
We've been sitting out here for a little bit, just watching it kind of come through, get darker, get a little cooler, but overall it's a real cool thing. It's really a once in a lifetime thing, honestly.
Only a couple minutes left and then it'll be over.
You may be under the impression that research is simply a task you have to complete, but several students prove otherwise. This Wednesday, a plethora of projects were on display in the University Center for interesting findings that took months or over a year to complete. Here's a look back. It felt chilly, then warm, then it rained out of nowhere. What is going on in Chattanooga? Noah?
There's no telling what can happen next, but we predict cloudy skies and rain showers will remain throughout the month. Today, we'll have highs 66 and a low of 46 under cloudy skies with windy conditions. Saturday will be sunny 75 and 51. Then Sunday, we'll see a high 82, kickstarting a wave of warm but humid weather. Beginning Monday, the highs will reach mid-80s, followed by a drop to 78 on Wednesday, where thunderstorms will follow at a 58% chance of rain. Come Thursday, the temperatures will increase yet again. Across Tennessee, it'll be sunny on Saturday, but temperatures will be on its highest from Sunday, gradually increasing from east to west. That's all for weather. Alondra, back to you.
More and more, we've seen student business owners on Chamberlain or on Heritage Plaza sell their products to campus goers. This time around, the Chamberlain Pavilion gathered student vendors selling trendy clothes, shoes, hats, and books for less than $10. We hope UTC keeps that outlet for students before Mocs Marketplace comes around this fall. Records were made in women's college basketball, and our own Mocs are finishing off their own tournaments. What else is there to say, Cassandra?
Well, it's been a pretty packed week, I must say. Here's more. There is a lot going on in these last couple weeks of college sports. For one, consecutive wins highlight the beach volleyball season. The Lady Mocs took down UT Martin 3-2 and Austin Peay 5-0 on the day one of the Scenic City Showdown. The following day, they earned 10 consecutive wins, a program record, after beating Tusculum 4-1, Austin Peay 3-2, and Carson Newman 5-0. Neva Clark and Corinna Vale were awarded Ohio Valley Conference Pair of the Week, and although it is not their first time, congratulations, ladies. Softball is leading SoCon. The Mocs fell 3-1 to Wofford in the first ever meet, but UNCG dropped 2 games, giving the lead to the Mocs. Men's tennis fell to ETSU 4-3 and Mercer 5-2 on Sunday. The women also fell to Western Carolina 4-3. Women's golf sits 9th with 867 total shots after the Chattanooga Classic, and the men sit 11 with 863 after the Tiger Collegiate Invitational. Track and field has several athletes gain personal best records at the Lee Invitational last week. See more at gomocs.com. Basketball season has officially come to a close with the NCAA Finals. Women's basketball saw more viewers in the NCAA than men's for the first time in history at 18.9 million and 24.1 million in the final 15 minutes. South Carolina won 87-75, making them the 10th undefeated champion in women's college basketball history. The half was close at 49-46, and the Gamecocks held off the remainder of the game. Tessa Johnson led with 19 points, Camila Cardoso with 15 and 17 rebounds, and Tahina Paupau scored 14 points. On the other side, Caitlin Clark finished her season as the highest scoring collegiate player in history. Clark entered the WNBA draft and is expected to be top pick. In men's basketball, UConn beat Purdue 75-60. This makes the Huskies the 8th team to win back-to-back national championships after its victory last season. Notable names include Zach Edey with 37 points and 10 rebounds, Tristan Newton with 20 points, and Stephen Castle with 15. That's all for sports. Alondra, back to you.
UTC received the 2024 to 2025 Gold designation status for being a military-friendly institution for Military Friendly, a national veterans organization. About 600 veterans were enrolled at the beginning of the academic year. Associate Director Robert Dorset told UTC News that they try to be a connector and resource. The Office of Veteran and Military Affairs also work with military spouses and defendants for that transitional support as well. UTC's Quantum Initiative and the Research Institute are winners in the IDC Government Insights 7th Annual Smart Cities North America Awards. Winners of this award best show how best practices offer new and improved services to the community. This makes UT Chattanooga one of 14 honorees across North America. UTC is one of the first universities in the nation to have access to commercially managed quantum network only in Chattanooga. This further recognizes Chattanooga as a smart city, hence Gig City. Course evaluations are officially open until reading day, April 23rd. If you have some kind words for teacher or some constructive criticism of how a professor is handling their course, now is the time to say something. You can find a link for the course evaluations on the front page of My Mocs.net. Happy evaluating. That is all for this edition of Mocs News. Thanks for watching. Be sure to keep up with us on Facebook and Instagram at Mocs News UTC. But before you go, take a look at our annual scholarship luncheon from last Friday. Here, UTC students had the chance to meet their scholarship donors.
I want to officially again welcome you to the 8th Annual Scholarship Luncheon. It is wonderful to see a room filled with donors and students having that same experience. To our donors, thank you for giving our students a competitive edge to set them up for success. To our incredible student scholarship recipients, thank you for taking time of what I know is a busy time of year to come here and to meet our donors and tell them thank you.
I know it helps our donors to connect the impact of their gift to an individual, to a life. To feel valued, there is a sense of value to a student of somebody believed in me, many times somebody they didn't even know, but that generosity helps empower them.
I'm normally a behind-the-scenes guy. I spent my career in corporate finance, so I'm not normally the one on stage speaking to a crowd. However, I'd be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to share my family's story and tell you why philanthropy is important to us and why we've chosen UTC. Denise and I first met during our freshman orientation at the University of Memphis in 1987. By 1990, we had married and Denise was accepted in the Baptist School of Nursing, and her original goal was to be a pediatric nurse. But she decided that her experiences during her training rotations in the psychiatric nursing field provided her with a challenge that brought her the greatest satisfaction. While she couldn't speak to me of specific patient details, it was clear that her interactions with her patients moved her greatly. Over the years, Denise was a rational, soothing influence on family and friends when faced with potential health issues. A single phone call to Denise served to calm the worst of their fears and directed them to professional healthcare providers. Sadly, those fears were founded in reality when it came to her own diagnosis of colon cancer at the beginning of 2021. By September, an aggressive form of the disease had progressed to the point that she was admitted into the ICU at Memorial Hospital in downtown Chattanooga. Our family was offered incredibly compassionate care. There aren't sufficient words to explain how much that meant to us, as she continued to quickly fade over the course of the next few days. By the time that she passed early on the morning of September 10th, we were so grateful that she was made as comfortable as humanly possible. In closing, I'd like to encourage everyone to join us in supporting the nursing program at UTC. Philanthropy is critically important, and it truly changes lives. My wife, Denise, changed lives too. And we're proud to continue her legacy by supporting other nurses. Thank you.